Hello friends, my name is Isabella. Today we are recapping the Netflix series 1899, episode 3, so let's start the video. The third episode opens with Ling Yi trapped in a chest sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Then, it cuts to Ling Yi lying in her bed and Mora's voiceover telling her to wake up. She gets ready for the day in her geisha and makes her way downstairs to the ship's dining area to meet with her mother and Virginia. While Virginia talks, Ling Yi and Yukji share worried glances. As Virginia takes her leave, she tells Ling Yi to meet her in her room after breakfast. We cut to Crester attempting to open the gate to the ship's main deck so that he can search for Ada. Meanwhile, in the medical area of the vessel, a doctor, Mora, Ike, and 2 crew members try to determine how Ada died. In the end, they cannot figure out Ada's mysterious cause of death. Ike then tells his crew members and Mora not to let Ada's family or anyone else on the ship know of her death. Then, they all head to the main deck to figure out why the ship has slowed down. Once they step outside, they notice how foggy it is. Ike gives the order to stop the ship and wait for the fog to pass before he tells Mora that he needs to show her something. When Ike and Mora walk away, the other crew members discuss how they disagree with Ike's orders. Back in Ike's quarters, Ike shows Mora his dead daughter's ribbon that he found on the Prometheus. He also tells her about seeing his dead family. Mora tells him that it's his mind playing tricks on him. Ike doesn't say anything back but instead walks toward his bed and moves it to show Mora a secret passageway. He tells Mora the ship company is trying to hide whatever happened on the Prometheus, and he's going to figure out what it is by finding the logbook. In Virginia's room, Virginia thoroughly examines Ling Yi's private parts and realizes that she's been deceived. She finds out that Ling Yi took the place of another girl, but this doesn't stop her from using Ling Yi to conduct business. Elsewhere, Ike and Mora make their way back to the Prometheus while one of the crew members stops the Kerberos. Back in Mora's room, the boy takes his pyramid and goes under Mora's bed, but it's unclear what he's doing down there. In Ling Yi's room, Ling Yi and her mother argue before she runs off and hops into a chest. While in the chest, Ling Yi relives the time she accidentally poisoned her friend, and she and her mom covered it up. She watches her mom and herself pick up a chest and throw it into the ocean. But instead of her friend being in the chest, the person inside is Ling Yi. Ling Yi is ultimately rescued from her nightmare by Oleg. Franz informs Tova of Ada's death and takes her to see Ada. Tova then brings Ada back to third class. Elsewhere, Crester and Angel have sexual relations. While on the Prometheus, Ike and Mora try to find the logbook. They find a tiled shaft but can't figure out why the ship company built it. Back on the Kerberos, Daniel meets with the boy and asks him if he found something. However, he doesn't say what that something is. Ling Yi has another flashback to when she accidentally poisoned her friend, but we see the entire scene play out this time. We find out that she didn't mean to kill her friend. Ling Yi gave her friend a drink to make her go to sleep so she could take her place on the ship, but she didn't know it would kill her. Back on the Prometheus, Ike and Mora find a machine that measures steam pressure and cold device machines. Mora believes someone used the cold device machines to burn and kill the passengers. While scrapping through the residue, Ike finds a passenger list with Mora's name on it, but he chooses not to show the list to Mora. Later, Ling Yi accepts her fate as a call girl and meets with Lucian. They chat for a while before Lucian has a seizure. Elsewhere, crew members' bodies are found. They all seem to have died the same way as Ada. Fed up with Ike's orders, Franz decides to lead a revolt. We later find out that before Ramiro got on the ship, he killed a man and took his clothes to pretend to be a priest. However, we don't find out why he did it. He only mentions that Angel made him do it. Elsewhere on the ship, Daniel speaks with Mora. He tells her he lost someone but doesn't say the person's name. Suddenly, Franz and many passengers walk by Daniel and Mora to search for Ike. Daniel tells Mora to lock herself up in her cabin. However, As Ramiro tries to inform Ike of Franz's plans, Franz finds and captures them. The episode ends with Daniel using a remote to activate the steam pressure console on the Prometheus. Once the console is fully activated, the Kerberos suddenly disappears into thin air. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you later with the next episode of this series.